Okay, B Street Garage, and I'm out on my Toyota Tacoma, and I was trying to do a little quick fix. And what it is that my the plastic in my wheel well is getting all curled, and that's caused by the undercoating that I put on. I use fluid film, and it's great stuff, but it is hard on plastics. So what I was doing is, because my plastic was curled, I was going to take the screws out that hold this box and this plastic in place. There's a couple of 10 millimeter bolts, one here and one here. And I tried to take these out because what I was going to do is try to put some kind of maybe a big washer on here in the hopes that it would push the plastic out this way and make it more sit the way it's supposed to. But what I went and did is I undid the two bolts, and they both snapped off. So now they're snapped off. I don't know if you can see. Try to pull that back. There's the two bolts. They're snapped off inside the hole, so I gotta somehow try to get those out. And in the meantime, this is my box side with those two bolts. That's my box side. That's how flimsy. That's how flimsy this is. Now, I'm not trashing the truck. It's a great truck, but yeah. I mean, I guess they make these lightweight, and the whole box side is really only held on by these two bolts, and there's a little bracket on the inside that goes somewhere into the frame, I guess. But yeah, I got to address this right now. Okay, so what I did is I undid the bracket. This is the bracket that ties onto the frame. I don't know if you can see that. Hard to see, but it ties onto the frame up there. Two 10 millimeter bolts as well. I took one out, there's two, and I was able to rotate this down. And I'm going to try to put the vice grips on these two broken bolts, see if I can spin them out. If I can't do that, I'll have to take the whole thing off and bring it inside. 10 millimeter bolt again, just like this. Luckily these ones did not break. Okay, let's try to spin these out. Okay, well, unfortunately I was not able to back these out on the truck itself. So these are pretty much encrusted in there, and I use a lot of fluid film and rust check on my vehicle. It's well undercoated. I live in the Northeast, I have to, but even with all this, these are completely frozen in place. So I got the entire bracket off. This is the top part, how it mounts. Let's wrestle these out now. Okay, I got one out. The other one's being a little stubborn, so let's try a little bit of heat. Ah, spinning like butter now. Okay. All right, let's find some bolts for this. Okay, well, here's my bracket back in place. I'm just going to tighten this back up. There's two bolts up there. I'll put the same ones back in and tighten these two bolts back up. I don't know if you can see that. Hard to see. There they are up there. I'm going to tighten those up, and then I'm going to address this down here. Get rid of this flimsiness. Alright. Okay, so I got my bracket back in, and on the inside here I put a larger washer so that the plastic couldn't flop out. This is all new hardware, and I just got this little piece of bracketry there, which is going to hold everything straight. Doesn't look the greatest, but I think I'll come back with a little bit of black paint. That should blend in there. At least my plastic is away from my wheel, and no more flopping, no more rubbing, and no more movement whatsoever on my box side. So anyway, a little quick fix. Not the best, but it's gonna work in my application. Thanks for watching. Okay, well, this is what it looks like with a dab of black paint on it. It blends in pretty good. It's not perfect. I think what I'll do is once the weather turns to a little bit better, I'll relocate this bracket to the inside. That way it'll become invisible. I think that'll be a bit of a better fix. Anyway, thanks for watching.